All right, high school painting too. So what I'm going to do quickly is show you a way to start your triptych drawing if that is one of your projects you pick. Obviously you know what your choices are. We are taking the stop motion choice off, so you have a couple different choices. So one of the first things you need to do with all of your projects, remember project, what project you're creating. I'm doing the triptych, which is project letter C, and what my subject or theme is, and I'm doing nature, which is one of your choices. Okay, and I have a little bit of a sketch drawn out. Okay, for your nature one, you have to pick something that you actually have seen in nature. I do have a photo of this tree, and hopefully you guys will be able to take a photo of what it is you're actually creating. Once you are ready and your sketch is done, get 3 canvases. Make sure they are the 8x10 size. They are on the class shelf. Get a messy mat to help keep your table clean. Okay, if we think about what you need to have for this project, you need to have a background that corresponds with all 3 canvases, and you have to have an image that spreads across all 3 canvases. All right, so because I'm doing this bluish background, my first step for day 1 is to create the background. So I've chosen these colors. You can obviously choose any colors you want. I like to lay all of my canvases very close together, and this is because it helps me to get a consistent flow. I also get a little bit of water so that I can add that to the paint and dilute it a bit. Okay, so this should be the fun day where you are just brushing on some color to let you work with that and your image. And like I said, I lay all 3 canvases really close together so that I can try and have a brush stroke extend from the middle canvas to the outside edge of the canvas. Okay, do a nice little bit of some blending in there. And you can do any sort of a background. It doesn't have to be anything like these colors, all right? But do consider what's going to go with your theme. Since I'm doing nature, obviously greens and blues came to mind. If you're doing this for your self-portrait, you'd have to think about what goes with that. All right, and you'd have to somehow have your self-portrait image extend across all 3 canvases, because that's the criterion for this project. So I guess you would have to figure out how you want to do that there. When I do something like this that is very abstract, I consider analogous colors, because analogous colors always look nice together. So I can put this light yellow on top of my green, and I get a nice splash of color there. Also experiment with different textures. I have a very rolling, arching experiment with my texture now. Try dabbing, try scratching into it. Doing a background is a fun time for you to experiment with different painting techniques with no fear, because it's just the background. You don't always have to have everything drawn out first. Especially with the triptych, I like to have the background first, because that is going to be the piece that's going to connect all of these 3 paintings together. So if I can do that before I start sketching and stuff, it will help it to feel like one complete artwork. Make sure you paint all the way to your edges, because your 3 canvases are going to hang like one piece, but you will still see the edges. So make sure those look good. Okay, now I can see I have a lot of yellow on the first 2 and no yellow on my 3rd canvas, so I'm going to throw some yellow in there. Okay. Like I said, however you want to do it, no right or wrong. This first day we're just painting in the canvases. Ooh, I like that purple in there. Just put some purple in there. We'll do a little bit. Ooh, that's fun. Okay. Try not to overmix. That's the hardest thing that you ever have to learn, is to not overmix. If you don't overmix, things always look cool. Maybe try taking a smaller brush too and just add some water. You can do that to kind of bring back other colors. Put some texture in there. I don't really like that, so I'm going to take that out. All right. So I now have, I wish you could see a little bit better, but this thing only goes so high, 3 canvases. put them on the drying rack. Here's end of day 1. Next class time, you will draw your image across, using pencil probably if you want to, and then you will paint it over top of your background.